Okay, so today we will perform experiment of verification of modified Bernoulli's theorem or Bernoulli's equation. Here you can see this total experimental setup, and in this test section we will be measuring the different forms of energies, and then we will be verifying the Bernoulli's theorem. Here you can see it is a converging section, then throat, and then diverging section. This is how this test section is divided, so that we'll get different readings for pressure head, that is pressure energy per unit weight, kinetic head, that is kinetic energy per unit weight, and the potential energy. Here in this experimental setup we have one press tank. Next to this is pump. Then one more tank is there which will make constant head for the flowing fluid or the flowing water through this test section, and this one is the measuring tank, so that we can measure the actual flow rate, and ultimately we can find out velocity of fluid at different parts by using the continuity equation. Here we have a bypass valve by using which we can adjust the flow rate, and we have one more flow control valve after this test section. By using this also we can change the flow rate. In this experiment at different flow rates we will take 3 to 5 different readings, and for these all readings we will make the calculation and we will check whatever we are saying in Bernoulli's theorem is correct or not. In this Bernoulli's experiment we will be saying the total energy of the flowing fluid is constant. Okay, so at 7 different points, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and 7 piezometers are connected to this 7 different points. All these 7 different points we will be measuring the total energy. Total energy of the flowing fluid is distributed, either it is in the form of pressure head, that is pressure energy per unit weight of the flowing fluid, kinetic head, that is the kinetic energy per unit weight of this flowing fluid, and the potential head, that is potential energy of the flowing fluid. Okay, so as this test section is smaller in length and it is kept horizontal, and if we consider this 7 points in this test section, so we'll assume the datum line is the center line of this pipe, so that the potential energy at all these 7 points, which is by virtue of its height from any datum considered, will be same. So no need to measure the potential head or the potential energy. So our calculations will be decreased. So we are going to only measure the pressure head and the kinetic head. For measurement of pressure head, here you can see the 7 piezometers are connected to this experimental setup. So this piezometers measures the pressure head directly at these 7 different points. So these readings we will be taking. And the kinetic head, that is the kinetic energy per unit weight, by virtue of its velocity, we will be measuring at these 7 different points. Means ultimately we have to find out first of all the velocity at these 7 different points, V1, V2, V3, V4 and V7, and convert it into kinetic head. Due to this varying cross section, we will be getting different velocities at these different points, and ultimately the pressure energy also vary along the length of this test section. For measurement of velocity, we will be using continuity equation. Q is equal to A1 V1 is equal to A2 V2 and up to A7 V7, where A is the cross sectional area at the respective point and V is the velocity from V1 to V7 at 7 different points. Now at all these points we will make the addition of pressure head and the kinetic head, and we will check whether the total energy remains constant at all 7 different points, or is there any change, and if it changes, how it is changing. Okay, that we are going to find out in the calculation part. So this is all about the experimental setup. Now we will take the first reading into this, and then I will explain you about the calculations also. So we have started the experimental setup. Here you can see we have started the pump. The pump lifts the water in its overhead tank. Constant head we have maintained into this. The additional water will flow through this bypass to the lower tank. Now water is flowing in this section, and it is going into the base tank. When we are going to measure the flow rate, we have to redirect this flow to the measuring tank. Now first of all, we will take the readings of the pressure rate. So here you can see in the piezometers, the water is at different heights. Initially in the first section it is here, then second here, third, fourth, fifth, sixth and seventh. So as the cross-sectional area of this go on decreasing, the pressure will decrease and velocity will increase. So that can be easily visible from this piezometer. Initially the piezometer shows the highest reading, and as we go to the center where the cross-sectional area is minimum, here we have got the pressure head is the minimum. So minimum pressure energy and maximum velocity means energy is converted, form of energy is converted from pressure to kinetic. With calculations we exactly can calculate the total energy at all 7 different. Again from this flow to the next point, the cross-sectional area is going increasing, means pressure head will increase and kinetic head will increase. That also can be visible. The water height in the piezometer is going increasing from float again, means pressure head increase. To find out the velocity, we have this measuring tank. So we have to redirect this flow. So we'll keep it as it is. Now flow is going into the measuring tank. We have closed this wall, means the water is collected in the measuring tank. This glass attached to this is to check the height increase in the water level. We can check it with the help of this. Scale is also attached so that we can measure it. And the cross-sectional area of this measuring tank is already measured, or it is given. It is around 0.1 meter square. So we'll take rise of near about 0.1 meter, that is 10 centimeter, and we'll measure the time required for this rise so that we can find out the actual flow rate. Now here you can see the water started rising. Now it is at around 5. So I will start taking readings when it will go to the 6. You can start taking readings from any point. Now 6. When I will say start. So we have started stopwatch. With the help of stopwatch, we'll note down the time required for this 10 centimeter rise in the water level. And this value is utilized to find out the actual flow rate, and ultimately the velocities can be find out into the all 7 different points. Now we have started from 6 centimeter. Now it is 8, 9, 10. We can take it for any height, and as per our calculations will vary. While taking different readings, we will be adjusting the flow rates, and at different flow rates we will be taking different readings, and at all these readings we will be finding out the potential head and kinetic head. So almost up to 40, and the time lapse is around 1 minute and 15 seconds. And stop. So here you can see for 10 centimeter rise in the water level in the measuring tank, the time required was 1 minute and 32 seconds. Now while taking the second reading, we have to drain this water again into the main tank, so water level will go down, and again while taking the second reading with the different flow rate, we have to close this wall, and then we have to start taking second reading. So in next part I will explain you the calculations of this experiment.